after he was already handcuffed.
Okay, let me back up. What's the name of the police department?
The police department was Pulaski County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Okay, and where was your brother when this happened? And describe the incident for me.
Okay, he was in Somerset, and he was driving on a suspended license, which, okay, we all agree that he shouldn't have been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But he tried to, and it wasn't his first offense either. But anyway, I guess he took off running from the police, and he ended up getting into a pond and coming back out and laying down on the ground. And the officer came over, put handcuffs on him, put his knee on his back, and another officer who had the canine on a leash actually led the dog over there, and and the dog bit his ear off, literally. And there's no defensive wounds on Brian's arms or legs, showing that, had he not been handcuffed, I'm sure that he would try to fight the dog off. I mean, anybody would have.
So he was hold on, he was handcuffed, and the dog bit his ear off?
Yes.
Did he
it's in the mugshot. Oh, yeah, the ear is almost gone. I mean, it's bad.
Okay, was he, at the time, and I have to ask these questions because I'm an expert and I want to make sure I cover all the bases. At the time he was bitten like that, you said he was handcuffed and down on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, so he wasn't fleeing at that point. How long was he down, and was there any reason for the canine to even be near him?
No, there was. He was down long enough to already have handcuffs on.
Okay.
And from what he had said, the other police officer actually walked the dog over there, so the dog wasn't chasing him because the dog was still on a leash.
Okay. The dog was still on a leash.
Now, the dog was on a leash.
Okay. Were there any witnesses other than your brother, who obviously it happened to? Was there anyone else that might have seen it?
He said that there were a few people that did see, yes.
Okay.
And they also, now my other brother did witness the officer, because one of the officers who gave up chasing him actually came back and slashed the tires of the vehicle.
He came back and slashed the tires of the car that your brother was driving?
Yes.
Okay. And you said...
Now, I don't know if that's because, he was driving on our suspended license or what. I don't know the procedure actually.
No, that's not really... I've never heard of that protocol. Though, someone else might understand it, I still find it very strange. So let me just go over it again.
Yeah.
So and what's the name of the police department?
Pulaski County Sheriff.
Pulaski County Sheriff's. And what state is that in?
Kentucky.
It's in Kentucky. Okay, and is your brother still in custody?
Yeah, he is. He's in a detention center. Okay,
has he been treated for the injury?
Yes. They took him to the hospital, and he asked them to do a blood test to prove that he wasn't under any kind of influence or drugs, because that's two of the charges that's against him. And he's supposed to see a plastic surgeon in 10 days.
And the ear was nearly torn off?
Oh, no, it's gone.
It's off of his ear.
You want me to give you do you have access to the internet? I guess you do.
Oh, absolutely. We run our thing on the internet.
I was going to say, because you can see it in his mugshot.
Okay, do you have a copy of that?
I do.
Okay.
I can email it to you.
Yeah, email it to me now at evidence@policeabuse.com.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get to my Yahoo.
And I have a few more questions while you're pulling that up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tell me what his charges are. What did they charge him with?
They're charging him with driving under the influence, in which he said that he wasn't now. But granted, they did a blood test on that, so hopefully when the blood test comes back, they'll be able to prove that one. Driving on a suspended license, resisting arrest, and a stolen tag, I think. But now, from what I understand, he was purchasing the vehicle.
Okay.
That he was driving.
All right.
So
and he
didn't actually put the tag on the car.
And he requested to be
Yes.
treated right away when this happened, and he also requested to have a blood. He requested to have a blood test. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did they take the test?
Yes. The hospital did. Yes.
Okay. Do you know if any of the paramedics who may have treated him at the scene, if they witnessed any of?
Well, they didn't. The police officers are actually the ones who took him to the hospital.
Okay, so they
didn't call an ambulance.
They didn't call an ambulance after his ear was torn off?
Nope.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we're going to help.
Well, it's not the first time it's happened either.
Oh, is this the police department?
Apparently, this dog has bit somebody else's ear off too, but I guess that guy is now dead. So.
Is there evidence of that case in the papers or somewhere public that we can get records of it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to find that out myself. What was your email address? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It's evidence@policeabuse.com, and you can also send it to Kamau at policeabuse.com. KAMAU.